little YouTube error took us off the air for a few minutes, and we'll catch you up here.
Oh,
we are
getting to the house, hitting the yellow.
All right, let's get back to business here. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we switch to an aerial view? I want to take a quick peek at the house and let anyone who's watching. There we go. Okay. Yes,
here we come, looking like trying to draw behind that yellow. Close to the button here.
What do you know? Almost perfect, right in the button. Nice job. Is it undercover? No.
Not quite.
No, it is
so the takeout's been called here.
Right, it's got some speed. And it's heading right for the yellow. And they swept the shooter out of the house. Still hanging in play, but barely. Technology, what a wonderful thing. Okay, I believe now we're looking at some skips. Team Foster. Skip, Kyle Foster.
See what the call is here. Yep, right on the center line.
Here we go. Now coming down not so bad. But there's lots of room behind it if you turn around from either left or right. Still
Yep, looks like they're going for the takeout from the left.
last down at the first bend. Shot left. Right now, Dallas is sitting one.
Took it out and
looks like there's
4.
looks like 4 red to me. So great job for Team Pulley out of Rochester. 4 on the first end.
So I think we're just a little gassed.
Yeah.
Against Team Dugan. And as you just saw, Team Pulley is now 4 on top of Team Foster. Sheet D, but they have not posted up. There it is, 1 yellow on sheet D, so that's 1 for Team Anderson.
Hang on.
Team Anderson has 1. Sheet D. And it does not seem that sheet A has posted my score. Right, back to sheet B. First Yellowstone. The red right on shot rock. Oh, excuse me, right on the button. Told you I haven't done this before. Second red, looks like it's going straight for that yellow. And indeed it is. 2 red stones on the button. Oh, there we go. All right, what's the call? Update on sheet A. Hold on, we'll wait until after this sheet is finished. Ending up in the front 8. Update update on the score over on sheet A. Team Jackson won. Okay, back to sheet B. Stone. All right, that takes the yellow out of play and one of the reds. So red is now sitting 1 on the button and 1 in the 8. That's what I see, Dave. All right, that's just us getting used to the board. Sorry about that, folks. Near house, multicam number 10. Let's try that one.
I think this one now works.
Oh,
The one that said virtual.
Okey-doke.
Perfect.
He's getting used to the boards and all the controls. Sorry, folks. All right, a little bit of sweeping with the yellow team. But it's going to hit that red guard. And then both go out of play.
So, red stays on the button.
Slowly approaching the house, touching paint and freezing. Inside the 4 foot, right next to the stone on the button. Red team's looking pretty good so far. All right, next up to throw is Yaspreet Kaur for Team Foster, the yellow team. All right, from where I'm sitting, the line looks good. It is starting to curl. Oh, the sweepers are at it. All right, it's crossed the hog. It's approaching the house.
Looks like about T-line here.
Yep, you're exactly right. Just
a little beyond. Whoa, to the back 12.
Mostly in the 8.
Yep.
Mostly in the 8. All right. Looks like Jeffrey coming up. Some sweeping happening. Here it comes into the house. It has some force, and indeed it took out that Yellowstone. So as of now, they're red sitting 2. Well, let's see what happens. Next shooter.
Sir, peel that or the top one.
And in case you weren't sure, or you haven't figured out yet, there are some ambient microphones on the ice, so you can hear folks over on sheets A, C, and D. All right, back to B. Yellow has entered the house.
That's a lovely shot.
Yeah.
A little less than he wanted. Didn't get that out, but
At least now red is shot rock, but only with one.
Come down to it.
So let's see what happens with the next rock, though.
sounds like they want to come down to that yellow rock.
Caitlin Pulley, skip for Team Pulley, red team. And she's delivering. Line, it's sticking close to the center. And
Wow.
that was not what they had in mind. I assume not. Unfortunately, what it did do, for those who can't see, is it took out two of their own stones.
Thought they were red.
Yeah, they are red. Unfortunately, they took out their own stones.
Ah. You're right. I forgot that Team Pulley was, in fact, red.
So they have Biter on the 12, and the yellow team is almost completely in the 4-foot.
Do we have room to get under our other guard?
Yeah, very unfortunate for the red team. It was obviously not what they had planned. All right. And for the yellow team, here comes Kyle Foster.
Looks like a little too much weight on that.
Yeah, it looks heavy. You're absolutely right. All the way through. I think the teams are just getting used to the ice at the near end.
So Red having a chance to take this out and leave the Hammerstone opportunity for just one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Skip. Caitlin. It's her second stone. A lot of weight on it. And the intention
She's got
is
it.
to
Just knows it.
took out that yellow sitting in the center. So their red is sitting in the front 8 off to the right-hand side.
So they just want to hit this and stick around.
If I was Team Foster, that's what I would do. Got the hammer. At least get your one. All right, he's pushing off from the half, releasing his stone. Here comes. All right, they are not sweeping. Just walking attentively to see if it will indeed. Oh no, it missed. So red gets a steal of 2.
Okay.
That makes
Team
it
Pulley with 6 now.
Team Pulley with
The end of
6.
2.
My goodness. How unfortunate. Just a couple of
And let's see what.
unfortunate throws, and you see what happens.
Nothing else posted yet on the other 3 sheets. We'll update those in a minute as they finish. Oops, sorry.
Now, as we begin the third end on Sheet B, Mr. Jason Scott is sitting up in the hack. All right, it's headed down the sheet, passing the hog line. And where's it going to end up? Here we go. It's in the 12, looks like an 8-foot into the 4, very nicely.
Full in the red.
All in the 4-foot and right on the tee line.
All right, so
Very
the takeout
nice.
is being called, looks like.
Yes, it is. All right, Susan Peterson lead for the yellow team. Line looks pretty good from here.
Yeah.
But it, ooh. Well, it looks like it's curling the other way.
So they
Nice.
stuck with the guard. I don't think we were right on the call.
No, and it's got some weight to it, so is it going to hang off the back of the 12?
Yep.
Nope. It is outside the 12.
Yep.
Still in play. He's straddling the back line. All right, Jason Scott throwing his second. Just a more of a cleaning type sweep than an active sweeping. Oh. All right, increase that now. Okay, into the 12, into the 4, and it bumped their own stone. Now one's pretty much 8 foot, and the other is 4, nipping at the button. Okay. Little discussion amongst the yellow team. Okay, and release. The stone is on its way.
Is this a corner guard coming?
Yeah, it's over the hog. It's starting to slow down.
No, it's a definitely a corner guard.
It's like not such a bad guard for the red stone, although it's a yellow guard. So they're setting up things. This is Rebecca Anderson throwing her first stone. Third end.
Yes. Hard. Yes. 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 Hard. Yes. 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 Yes.
Some active sweeping. It's being past the hog, heading towards the house. What do we got here?
Going
12?
right to the button, it looks like.
All right, indeed. It is fully in the 4-foot. Dan Tintle, the second for Team Foster. And on down, it has lots of weight to it. And it will indeed,
Nosed it.
yep, and took out one red. Nice job. Jessica Andrews second. Right, middle of the sheet.
Take that shooter. Take it. 3.
Pass. Hog. It hit the yellow guard and promoted it into the 8-foot. Looks like it's biting the 4, but the shooter stone did go out. All right. Dan Tintle, the yellow team, sending forward his second rock.
Yeah, yes. Yes, line, yes, line.
It's approaching the house, and there's this yellow stone ending up.
Nice shot, Dan.
And, ooh, very
Pretty
nice.
perfect.
Very fun, a nice finesse shot. It took the red out of the 4-foot, pushed it back to the 8.
Go sliver high. Control. Like that.
Update. Team Anderson on sheet D now has 6. So they are up 6-0 over Team Glessner.
Lead. Lead. Yes. Yes.
Right. Well, from this angle, it looks as if red, which is biting the 4, a little more than the 1 yellow. Looks like red is sitting 1. And Gaspreet Kaur is setting up in the hack to throw her second.
Yes, line.
I'll give more positive.
Hard.
All right, what do we have? So we've got 1 red going for the double.
Oh, suddenly yellow's sitting 3.
Yeah, it did hit the second red stone.
Yes, so your scoreboard at the top of your screen is updated now. On the first sheet, Team Shaw 3, Team Jackson 1. This sheet, Sheet B, Team Pulley 6, Team Foster 0. Clauston leads Dubin 2-0 on Sheet C. And Anderson leads Glessner 6-0 on D. That's after 2 complete ends.
All 4 sheets are in their 3rd end. And that was my mistake earlier. That was Jaspreet's first stone of the 3rd end. She's now in the hack to throw her second. Sweepers are being active.
Wait only. Then no.
All right, as it approaches the house.
Wow.
Fully inside the 4-foot, the front 4. Very nice. Yellow is sitting 3. Looks like 2 fully in the 4-foot, and the 3rd one is biting the 4. Red has a little bit of work to do here, Dave. What do you think?
Yeah, this rally is still in jeopardy a bit here. Those are vulnerable. So no guards in play here.
Skip, Caitlin Pulley from Rochester in the hack, getting set up, getting ready for her first stone of this 3rd end. the sheet it's going. It's got some weight to it.
It does indeed.
All right, hold on. What's it going to do? It's definitely mixing things up.
Not sure who's shot at this point, but definitely,
It's close.
yeah.
And one of the
Maybe,
yellows.
my guess is red. I think.
But one of the yellows was definitely taken out of play. So now we've got 3 biters of the forefoot. 1 red, 2 yellow. Biting the 4. And from our angle, as you heard Dave said, he's picking red.
Yeah.
But there are a couple more stones.
Well, and it's still interesting because this has not been a game with significant guard play.
No.
At the beginning, everything seems to be
Towards the house.
towards the house, and so now all of these exchanging takeout games are continuing.
All right,
I think they're trying to draw in behind that bit of cover into the cluster of backing that they've got with those 2 yellows.
That's a good idea. All right,
See
Kyle
how
Foster.
that works out.
Kyle Foster, their skip, setting up in the hack. And pushing off. Release. Let's see if there's now being engaged. Passing the hog. It is approaching the house. Let's see.
Well,
Another.
interesting. Didn't displace that stone much, but clearly yellow is now shot.
Yeah, and it's a little more. It's not a biting of the red, but it's in the
Yeah.
red with a tiny bit still hanging off in the 8-foot. But indeed.
Yep.
But you said, Dave.
Yeah, I think we're still exchanging takeouts here, and the call here is fairly straightforward, which would leave red sitting 2 going into the hammer throw.
Skip Kate Pulley. And Dee looks at the takeout. Call. She's putting a lot of weight to it. It is. Looks like the line is good.
It does.
And indeed.
Oh, displaced their own. They didn't want that, and in fact, I'm not sure that yellow isn't shot with actually sitting 1 and 2. Tough to be sure, but my guess is that they're sitting 1 and 2. Could maybe draw something in to make it 3. Looks like that's what they're calling for here. See if they can get into full red here.
I agree. I think that's exactly what they want to do.
Will change this game a lot if they can pick up 3 here.
Skip Kyle Foster setting up in the hack again. And the release. No sweep.
Letting it go, it may be a little strong. Let's see.
It may go right on through.
Oh, nice shot. Stop.
Well, that's just it.
Oh, it didn't. Thought he had it.
No, it is pretty much in the 8. Now it's up to the Vices to figure out. They will
At
obviously-
least one. That one at the 2 o'clock position certainly looks like the shot rock, but it is hard to tell from
Okay,
here.
They are calling for a measurement.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that second pair is a tougher call.
They are calling for measurement. And I believe the official is going to grab that.
I just like to do it. Yeah, hurry.
The official is making sure he's not interfering with play on sheet A. So we can go ahead and update the score.
Yeah, I was just looking over to see if things are up, and on sheet C it's now 5
for Team Clausen.
For Team Clausen.
Indeed.
To nothing for Team Dubin.
Not yet.
And on sheet D, I think we have 8 for Team Anderson.
Indeed we do.
So a couple of very strong starts represented here. And over on sheet A, I don't think they've posted yet.
No, they haven't. I think they still had maybe one more stone on sheet A.
Yeah.
So from what you can see on your screen, those two are pretty doggone close, and exactly why they've asked for the measurement.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Just patiently waiting.
They're letting the measuring device get chilled a bit here so we don't hurt anything. And I think this is the hammerstone going on A that you'll be able to see on the left-hand side.
Oh, indeed.
Goes on through.
Oh, it did.
So I think Red's going to get a couple out of that. We'll see what they post, but it looked like Team Shaw may have picked up 2 more. We'll see. All right. Meantime, here's the excitement of the measuring device.
Aren't you excited, David?
Yeah. Chills me to the bone. Okay.
Go ahead and hit the house far so they can see.
That's yep.
Right.
That was correct. We now have 6 for Team Shaw on sheet A to 1 for Team Jackson.
All right, doing measuring. Watching sheet C. The gentleman should be entering your screen right about now. Can you see? Oh, I guess not. We've got the far. Let's get the. Anyway.
Let's see.
All right, they're
if we
still
can
measuring,
get
so we'll
enough
see.
Near.
Well, I was going to say the gentleman who was sweeping that last stone on sheet C is Potomac Curling Club's current president, Adam Kapp, in his signature yellow signature curling pants.
Yes, indeed.
It is a big yellow and black houndstooth print. Very noticeable. Okay. Okay, hold on. I think the measuring.
They're
All right, they've got it
double
set.
checking.
This side still, as it curls a little bit.
He has it. I can't tell from the way. Oh, Red's got it. Good eye, Dave.
All right, so we'll see. That should give.
The red team 7.
No, that was for the.
Oh.
So it's 6-2.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my error.
That was not for the first. All right. All right. Well, that certainly closes the gap here, and encouraging for Team Foster to start a rally.
Oh, it's interesting how we did that at the end, because I always thought typically the stone that's taken off
Yeah,
is
they
the
did
one
them both.
that's
So
not the closest.
they-
So it seems they kind of tricked me on that one.
yeah, they weren't playing to the TV audience at home, were they? Or the grandstand view. Not quite the.
All right, and
We haven't got our procedures ready for the Olympics yet. We'll get them.
so unfortunately they took the Yellowstone off first. I assumed that meant red was shot. I was incorrect. Yellow got 2 from the third end then. Okay, first stone thrown from Jason Scott.
Corner guard.
Corner guard.
We may see a actual strategy of using guards here, which will be novel for this game so far. That hasn't been the way people have focused.
We've tried a couple guards, but usually doesn't last long. All right. That was a nice stone.
Okay, nicely behind at least some cover. So the takeout's being called here, looks like. Actually, looks like they're drawing down to it.
Susan Peterson, her second stone. All right, it is passing the hog line. It's passing their yellow guard. Will it touch paint? Yes. Just barely. Just a little bit of 12.
Okay, I think they're definitely going for the takeout here.
Well, no, it's the red
Oh,
team.
no, they're
throwing.
going, I'm sorry, they're going to draw down to it then, probably.
Yeah, that stone was thrown by Jason
That's got a
Scott.
lot of weight.
Yeah, it does.
They're taking.
Well, it promoted the yellow biter, and out the back of the house it goes. Wow. That was a bit of a finesse, and they did.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
We're sure
And
not.
they ended up with a guard there.
Okay, this is Dan Tintle, second. As in second shooter for Team Foster, but his first stone. Gently,
Oh, look at
gently.
that. Beautifully done.
Very nice
Right
shot.
down to it.
And again, they're all really close, but the yellow in the center is a little vulnerable from the guards. Rebecca Andrews, second shooter for Team Pulley. Skip calling for a very aggressive sweep. All right, they are promoting their own stone. Oh,
thrown
no.
out.
It went through the house. It's still in play.
Still in play, but yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was supposed to have stopped somewhere in the house along its way.
That would have helped them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
All right, let's see what we've got now.
Well, Dan Tintle is getting his instructions from the skip, setting up in the hack. All right, pushing off and releasing. Very nice. Sweeping going on. Looks a little more like cleaning.
Now they're bringing it in.
Yeah, dragging that stone into the house. All right, bully inside the front 12.
All right.
That's okay.
He's trying to take that yellow out and roll under the cover.
Jason Stone is actively sweeping. Oh, now they both are. Going to get it past the yellow guard, past their red guard. And wow.
Pretty much what he wanted. Didn't roll quite as much under the cover, but a bit that way.
Yeah,
and it certainly protects his shot stone behind in the red.
And for a novice player, there wasn't much room for...
No, that was good. Yeah, hard to get by that guard and do much more than that.
Now, granted, for him, it was probably old hat, but for you and I, David...
Won't even go there.
Yeah, let's not go there because I don't know if that would have worked. Okay, next stone for the yellow team, Yasprit Kaur. Ooh, is she gonna get it past her own? Yes, just barely. Wow. And took out one red, took out two reds. That was very nice. In case you can, yeah, David's talking to me here a little bit on mute.
And the joy of modern technology we were reviewing.
Yes, indeed. Some things don't exactly go lickety-split, shall we say. Cameras don't seem to want to change. Perhaps they're a little chilly out there.
Might be, might be.
Okay. If you look at the house, you've got two yellow in the house, a yellow guard out far corner, and a red guard near the center. Here comes Yasprit's second stone.
Are they guarding this up? It looks a bit like it.
Ooh, yes, all right. But it
over-curled a little.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It seems more like a guard for the red guard, at least from this angle.
So let's see what they're doing with this.
All right, he's setting up and he's pushing off the hat currently. This would be Jeffrey, the third on the red team, or vice skip. All right, here we go. And indeed,
whoa.
Both yellows.
Wow.
That may have been a plan B.
I think so. I think he was going for the deeper stone, which he did get. Chipping off the forward one may not have been part of the plan, but it ended up tucking him his own red stone behind some cover, and that's pretty nice.
Yes, it is. And now, granted, from this angle, it looks like it's 90% in the 8-foot, 95% in the 8-foot.
Yeah.
But right as of now, they are shot rock. But we have some more stones to be thrown.
So it looks like they're trying to draw behind those reds at this point.
Indeed. This is Skip Kyle Foster's.
Line looks good.
It is cross the hog, approaching the house. Does it have
Just
enough?
by.
It has
Beautifully.
Has
Oh, just not quite enough weight, but boy, what a beautiful line.
fully in the 12. I think they were hoping it had a little more gas.
A little debate here. Trying to, I think, take that yellow out and roll, perhaps.
Decision has been made on Team Pulley. So the skip is going down to the hack to throw her first stone. Right. Currently, the other three sheets are at their break, as in they've finished their fourth end. Okay. And here comes Caitlin, the release. Looks nice. All right. They're watching for line. Oh, they're really sweeping hard to get it in there. It's approaching the house, and it does have gas. Okay. Ooh, hold on. It's the back
Okay.
8.
That works.
That works.
That's
I was
going to
afraid.
be not easy to get to.
No, it is behind some
And
cover.
red is hammer here, so.
Mm-hmm. So Team Foster has a little bit of work to do here. See if Kyle Foster can get to it. Although it's a lot of space there between the two yellows and the 12-foot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A lot of space. Kyle Foster is thinking about it, setting up. All right, pushing off the hack. Here we go. And a nice smooth release. Does the line look good? A bit of sweeping here. Getting close to the house. I don't think. No, it's going to hit one of their own stones.
Not quite enough to promote it into being in scoring position.
No, it does make that that port between the two yellows smaller, but it did not close off the opening.
Well, this is the final stone here, so if red can get into full 8 foot,
Yeah, if
they'll
it-
take 3.
Yes. Yeah, it would give them a significant lead.
Looks like what they're calling here, the draw with a fair margin there to just get to some.
Okay, just a little bit of a cleaning sweep.
Looks like the weight's all there. Is that going to be
Yeah,
too
but
much?
I'm worried. Oh,
Got a lot of weight.
a lot of weight. 12, approaching the 8. And
Too
the
much.
vice-
On through.
Yep.
So two for red. So we'll update all of our scores here at the end of 4 when they do a little ice work in the meantime.
Right. So that would be Team Pulley now has 8.
You guys though, top 4 at the end. Oh, let's score all you. 14-5.
And the
We
other
don't have the others marked yet, so we're gonna pause a minute and wait while they.
All right, it seems the folks over on sheet C and D have not hung up this. Oh, wait, hold on. We were just about to have an update. Unfortunately, can't see it from here. Sheet D did hang up the score for the 4th end. And I believe it is more points. Yes. Team Anderson is now up to 9.
Good control.
Okay. Sheet A has not hung up the score for their 4th end. Neither sheet C.
Yes, yes. Yes. Hard. 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 Hard, Eli. Hard, Eli. Hard. Hard, hard, hard.
We're switching over to the far camera so you can see a little bit of what's happening over on sheet C. They're just beginning their 4th end. You can see a little bit of what's going on in sheet C. Skip Team Dubin. She's called for a takeout, but I'm not sure it's going to get there. Can't tell from this angle. Well, it's past the hog. It's slowing down. Okay. That one is in the 12 foot. And if you can see those yellow and black pants, those are the ones I spoke of earlier. That nice, big houndstooth print. Yeah, can't miss him in person. That is our current president here at the Potomac Curling Club.
Yes. Hard. 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 Yes. No. 11-5.
So we've left the cameras on so you can see some of the action at the house for sheets A and C. I already updated the score on sheet D. Again, Team Glessner is 0 and Team Anderson is up to 9. And that's sheet D as in David.
And we don't have an update on C yet, do we?
Nope, and we do have an update on sheet A. I do see it.
Yes, I think we got that one. So that's 6-1. And we did post.
No, it's, I believe it's 6-3 now.
Oh, 6-3. I beg your pardon.
It is
You
now
are correct.
6-3.
All right. All right.
On sheet A.
So our scoreboard that you see at the top of the screen is almost up to date. Sheet C will get updated shortly.
We hope.
We're confident. They won't forget.
And again, if you're wondering why we're watching sheets A and C, is because B is on their 5-minute break after the 4th end.
Yes.
They were nice enough to put up the score for Team Pulley is now up to 8 on sheet B.
Right.
Indeed. So
But we just need C to chime in, and then we're set.
all right, beginning of end 5 here on sheet B. Jason Scott in the hack. And here we begin sheet 5. Oh, excuse
Looks
me.
like guard weight.
N5, excuse me. We only have 4 sheets.
Optimistic about our capital investment plan.
Yes, indeed, either that or M5 sheets to
That
the
looks more like the button than I thought it was going to be a center guard. That's pretty much back of the button.
Got that dead jam there.
Yep. Back 12. Wishing it was more on the button, but
It's like
pretty nice shot. And here we go, Susan Peterson coming out from the hack. Ooh, that looks like good work.
yes.
I wonder if they're trying to take out that.
Yeah,
red.
I think so.
Yeah, so much for guards.
Looks like they.
Although,
No, I think
it's
they're.
over curling.
Yeah. They're going to end up with a corner guard. I think that's what they intended. Their happiness suggests that.
Okay. And again, for those who don't know or haven't figured it out, I'm still new at all this.
Here we go. We're both new but having fun.
All right, Jason Scott has delivered his second stone, and it's got some weight to it, and it's going to go right on through. It went right on through the back, out of play. Susan Peterson, Team Foster, setting up for her second.
You want to play like a curve or just like a normal way? Look like you play control. I like normal.
All right, and the sweepers are getting a little bit of a workout.
Control plus. No more though.
It's past the hog. Our hog is just
Like another corner guard, other side.
Yes.
indeed very nice.
Hard. Yes. Yes. Down.
Maybe a little bit of strategy discussion during the break. Oh, sheet C, we have an update on the score. It is now 8 for Team Clausen.
Okay.
Rebecca Andrews from her first of this 5th end. Jason Scott in charge of sweeping this one.
Ooh, is that going to promote their? Well,
Well,
came off it. Little
it pushed,
carom that wasn't intended, but
but again, it was a guard. We got that 5-rock rule we all have to be aware of. So it promoted the 1 yellow guard. It is now biting the 12. Dan Tintle releasing his stone.
promote this nicely. Look at that.
Indeed. Right. Yellow is now completely in the 8-foot.
So I think they're going to try and hit that and roll under cover.
That's what's being called?
Looks like it.
Right, Rebecca Andrews setting up for her next shot here. Jason Scott again. Oscar sweeping. Jeffrey's added in. Let's see.
Don't think they're going to get the roll too much. They got a little. Yeah,
Got a little
very
roll.
good.
Ooh,
Yeah, very
rolled
nice.
nicely
Very
under
nice.
Cover, took out the
Nicely
yellow.
done, just as called.
Nicely done. And again, that was Rebecca Andrew.
All right, so yellow going to take this out.
Yes, it was such a good shot. Let's take it out right away. Is what
There you go.
the other team's thinking.
Easy come, easy go.
That was Dan Tintle. Hold on, it may have to.
Wow, did get the double. Beautifully done. Very
Yeah.
nice.
But the shooter did not roll under cover. Maybe a little bit, but not so much.
I think that's the penalty they paid for taking the double instead of the single takeout and hiding.
All right, this is Jeffrey Pulley.
Well, that did roll under cover. Oh, a little beyond. Nonetheless, a nice takeout. Very nice. Red now sitting 2. Another takeout planned here.
Is Yasprit Kaur.
Yeah, then. Hard.
In the house. Hit the red, took it out of play, and the yellow drifted off and out of play as well. Red's the only one in the house presently. Hope they're just it's not throwing a party by itself.
No.
The parents are away. Because there's some more stones coming. So don't get too comfy in there. All right, although this is Jeffrey Pulley of the red team. And nice smooth release.
I think they're trying to split the house here. Let's see.
That would be a good idea.
This is pretty heavy. They're throwing it on purpose, I think.
And right on through it goes.
Just gotta be full 8 foot.
Yasprit. Of Team Foster.
Yeah.
Okay. Both sweepers.
Hold line. Stay close.
Called off. Has enough weight. It is getting to the house.
Oh, just a little much.
Too much mustard. Right on down through the back of the house. I guess I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
I could have thrown a house party.
Yes, you could.
Because it's still by itself. That one red stone is still by itself in the house. Sheet D has finished their 5th end. The score has not been posted, though. So we will update you when they update us. Caitlin Pulley, skip for Team Pulley out of Rochester. It's getting set up. And there's the release. Okay, sheet C. It's now up to 10.
Okay.
Team Clausen now has 10. And on sheet D, as in David, Team Glessner has 3.
Ah, okay.
They're on the board,
Rally, yeah.
which is good news.
Is A posted?
Yes, 8 has posted their 5th end. Team Jackson now has 4.
Okay. Becoming a bit more of a barn burner over there.
All right, then that was Skip Kyle Foster releasing his stone. All right, active sweeping. Gonna hit their own stone.
Not enough to be a promotion, though.
No, unfortunate. I think it curled
In
a
fact,
little.
made a pretty good double guard against the takeout for the red stone that's currently sitting on the edge of the 8-foot.
I think it overcurled a little bit,
I
so
think
it
so.
didn't hit the yellow where they wanted it to. All right, Caitlin Pulley has come down. She's getting herself set up to throw her next stone. All right, and another smooth release. There's some gentle sweeping, a little more like cleaning action. Okay. Ooh, it's got a little weight. Is this going to go through, David?
I think so.
Oh, well, the scoreboard's in the way. You can't tell, but yes, it did
Yeah,
go out
yeah,
the
it
end.
did. It did.
It did. Right. On our sheet, again, Kyle Foster, skip for the yellow team. Setting up, down in the hack. And this nice release. Definitely some hard sweeping going on there.
We get by that guard. Oh, almost.
Bounced off their own guard, but
Yep.
at least now
That's
they've got.
now the shot, Rock.
Yeah, and red is not alone in the house.
So
That
should make it.
Team Foster should now have 3.
Yeah. All right, so the scores at the end of 5 ends are correct, as you see at the top of your screen for all 4 games. Sheet A is locked at 6-4 right now. The others have wider margins, but still a lot of curling left. We're only just starting the 6th end here.
Excuse me. All right. Susan Peterson, lead for Team Fosters, getting set up in the hack. And for those who you are not familiar, she is using a stabilizer. When she delivers her stone, that is perfectly legal. All right, we're looking at a guard. A nice guard.
Yep.
Slightly
Weight
off
looks
center.
good. Over curled a little, but
Yeah. All right, it's Jason Scott, who told me earlier there's one kid in the neighborhood who calls him Mr. Scoot on purpose, just because he can. So, Mr. Scoot, lead for Team Pulley, setting up in the hack. And the release. Gotta say, there's some very, very smooth releases amongst the players here.
yeah, they look like they've done this a time or two.
Yeah, a couple of years, perhaps. Okay, here comes the redstone. It is approaching the. It just kissed the yellow guard and then kept going through the back of the house. The yellow guard is still a guard. It was not promoted. It was just moved aside about 4 inches. All right, Susan Peterson's second stone is coming on down the sheet towards the house. With Yasprit and Dan, they were both sweeping. And they nudged their own guard, so now they have two guards, neither of which are riding the 12 foot. Mr. Scoot, excuse me, Jason Scoot. All right, pushing off the hack. Line looks good, although there's some really active sweeping going on. And it must have overcurled because it promoted the yellow team stone. So the house is no longer empty. There's a yellow stone in the back 12.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was exactly as planned.
It was more like Plan C.
Yeah, or D, none of the above, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're back to Dan Tintelstone. And the two women, Yasprit and Susan, are sweeping it. Making sure it gets over the hog towards the
They got
house.
a lot of weight, but it's going to hit that guard.
Yeah, it nudged the red guard and
Well.
bounced off and in the house, David. It's in the 8, biting a little bit of the 4. What's the call here, you think?
Trying to figure out. Not clear.
They trying to promote? Ooh, that has a lot of weight. So that doesn't look like a promote, but unfortunately it's heading directly for their own stone.
I think. Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ah, I didn't
If
see
that
that
was
coming.
if that was the call, I'm impressed.
Very impressed. And I got to say, Skip Caitlin Pulley is all smiles, so that tells me that must have been the plan. Get that one yellow That was hanging off the back 12. That was, I hope.
Bold. I didn't see that.
Bold is a good word for it. Well, I think we're getting another yellow guard. And it's didn't quite cover up the yellow in the house. Oh, wow, looking at it again. Yeah.
So they want to take the guards out. I think with a significant lead, they want to do what they can to avoid any kind of a big end here.
All right, taking out. It did, but I think they were hoping for the double takeout, and it didn't quite get that second yellow guard. But again, the skip from Team Pulley, smiling. Right, Esprit Core down in the hack, pushing off. It's slowing down. It hasn't hit the hog line yet.
Keep putting the guards back and getting them taken out.
Okay, it did. And indeed, a guard. Very nicely placed one. It's not quite guarding the one in the house.
No, I think that's more, can they put something behind it later? But I think once again, we're going to see this guard taken out. Or that will be the effort.
That was just.
So far, they've been pretty successful with these efforts. They've been. We don't do the statistics thing, but that was a little surprise. That came off that other guard and ended up in the 4-foot.
Yeah,
so
it did. It hit the other guard and went out of play, and
not a very predictable outcome for a reasonably good hit on that guard.
And from our angle here, it looked like it was just going to pass it by.
Yep.
Okay, yellow sitting 2. Esprit Core pushing off the hack. Looks like another yellow guard. Starting to slow. Okay.
Good.
They're trying to guard up that one that's in the 4-foot. But it's still a little visible for the red team.
Yeah.
Team Pulley discussing strategy. All right, the decision has been made.
Oh no, I thought maybe we could play this today. Oh no, probably
It's got some weight to it.
A lot of weight, yeah.
It's got some weight to it, David, but will
Not
it
a curl.
Well, and it went.
Oh, field goal. Oh, no.
Oh, wait, wrong sport, David. Those don't count here.
No.
What a shame. Yeah, unfortunately,
They were going for the back one, and it under curled a bit.
Or if they were going for the front one, they'd overcurl.
Well, where they put the broom down, it looked like they were going for the back. But you're right.
Yeah.
Never know for sure what the call is. We'll have to mic up the next game. Then we know for sure.
Yeah, when there are other people operating the board. Although we may get some much more animated commentating.
Yeah.
Okay, sheet D. Anderson now has 10 points. So
I think
it
they're
is,
shaking hands.
are they? I think so. It is 10-3. Sheet D.
Okay, whoa, last one.
Game has finished. It seems Team Glessner has
Line 3, right 4.
said go ahead. They evidently did not think they could come back from that.
Play the tick.
Sorry, just had to have a brief word with Kevin White,
Play this one.
the site lead for our club this weekend. Okay, looking back at the house, David, what do you see?
Well, I think at this point, if Red can drop something in there,
That's fine.
Ooh, we've got an update on sheet C. Team Dubin now has won. So it's
10-1.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Team Dubin on the board. This is good news.
So I think this is an opportunity for them to draw behind the cover, right, and with that backing of the back of the forefoot
Yeah, for Dave.
to
All right. Stones
have
been
a
released.
protected chance against what otherwise is.
Okay, let's
Red.
see. It's starting to curl a little.
That bird wing.
Okay.
Going to glance off that. And it's not behind the cover that they were hoping for. I think they undercurled a little, didn't get to the back that they were trying to do. So
And I think
be a
yellow.
little-
From this angle, looks like red is shot rock.
it's pretty close, but I think you're right.
Team Foster discussing strategy between Vice Skip Yaspreet Kaur and Skip Kyle Foster. Still judging it. Still discussing. That voice you hear is from sheet A, Skip Courtney Shaw. Because sheet B, they're just still deciding. Okay, I guess the decision was made. Kyle Foster is in the hack and pushing off now. All right, here we go.
Yes.
It's curling.
Yes.
Slowing down
It's
some.
over curling a little. Yep. They got the guard.
Okay, and that louder voice you heard were again over on sheet A. They're the ones with the closest score. That would have been Murray Jackson from the Triangle Curling Club. All right, back to Team excuse me, sheet B. Looks like A did not put the score up for their 6th end because they're pretty much in the middle of their 7th end.
Yeah,
They were a little lax.
they'll get there. Okay. And here it looks like we've got
Caitlin is okay.
a chance to draw in here and maybe become the shot rock with this final stone.
Yes, yes.
All right, and that's Caitlin Pulley. Again, skip for Team Pulley out of Rochester. All right, active sweeping here, but they're looking for line as well. They're letting it curl. And it's slowing down. We'll hit that first yellow and
Not
promote
do
it
what
a
they
little.
wanted.
Nope, so we need the shot from above, and
Here we are. It's don't tell me we're going to have another measure.
oh boy.
It's pretty close.
Nope, decision was made.
All right, I think that's going to be Team Pulley's.
Yeah, we think so.
See what they put up for this.
I'd like to bite the 4. Mine's great. So bite the 4-foot. All you. Yes, make it great. Hard. Okay, good.
Well, from the angle where we were sitting, David, we believe that Team Pulley
We'll have 9.
will have 9.
But
And looks like Team Pulley is
I'm
discussing.
too smart to post that with on a
Yeah,
guess
yeah, we
from this distance.
will wait till it is verified.
Yeah.
Okay. Team Pulley is still discussing. That's amongst themselves. Okay, and again, sheet over on D as in David. Team Glessner decided to shake hands after 6 ends. Final score, Team Anderson 10, Team Glessner 3. All right, back to our game on sheet B. All right, here it comes. It's got some weight, David. This may
Yeah.
go right through.
I think you're right.
Well, it is slowing down. Ah, what do you know? Which is good. I was obviously incorrect. Because it's sitting very nicely in the house. All right, now this is Susan Peterson, the lead for Team Foster.
Yes, line.
All right, so active sweeping with that yellow stone. Heading down sheet B.
All right, that works out.
All right, we do have an update for sheet A. They had a blank end in number 6. So there's no,
Okay.
there's no update for sheet A. So the
Okay.
s-
We
score-
are up to date then.
Indeed.
Yep, bring it back here. Yep. Okay,
Jason Scott delivering. Ooh, that has some weight behind it. It's speeding on down the sheet.
See if they nose this and stay in, or nope, taking it out.
No. Indeed, took it out.
So they're trying to blank things, taking their own out there.
hurry, hurry, hurry.
Yes, it seems so. Susan Peterson Stone. All right. Yellow's throwing a guard. All right. Rebecca Andrew will be the next shooter. All right, with this camera shot, thank you, David. We can see a little bit of sheet A and C.
I kind of like that same spot. I don't mind this.
Thank you, David.
Welcome. All right, let's get back to B here
Back to
now.
B. Rebecca Andrew is released. Stone is heading on down.
As long as it's on.
Okay, it will hit that yellow guard. And the yellow guard will get promoted into the 12. And now red has a guard. One lone yellow in the house. All right, Dan Tintle. Team Foster.
Yes! You guys threw it all. Just we were playing on the wider and it was just coming off.
All right, and this is going off to the side. Will it stay in play is the question.
Stay with it. Yeah, it looks like it's coming down.
Yes, it did stay in play, but it is very far left. All right, I do see that team over. Oh, hold on, we'll wait till this shot is done. All right. Update for sheet A. Shaw has 10 now. And the final, it seems that they have shook. Team Jackson has conceded, and I believe the final score on sheet A is 10-4. Back to sheet B. All right, yellow has delivered. Dave, I just can't hear you, my dear. Okay, then. Again, technology.
Try it again.
There
Okay.
you are.
Don't know why that went off, but
You were MIA. Okay. Be Jeff Pulley delivering his stone. Up. Sheet C.
and this looks like
The concession over on sheet C happening right now. Looks like the final score was 10-12. Actually, they didn't post the score from the 7th end, so we may have a change on the final score.
but the victor will be Team Clausen.
Yes. So after 6, it was 10-1. Back to B.
So sheets A, C, and D have each had a victor with at least 10 points. Some pretty,
Pretty nice scores there.
yeah.
Obviously not a score that we would have on a Saturday morning breakfast extravaganza.
Oh, come on now. What makes you say that?
Don't wander away if you were planning on it. I'll talk to you in a minute. I gotta take care of this.
Okay, again, we don't know what the final score is
You can do whatever you want. All right. With one red.
on C.
So then what you're gonna
but we can tell you it is Team Clausen. Oh, 11?
11? Okay.
I just overheard. I believe on sheet C, the final score was 11 to 1.
Okay.
I just overheard
We'll
it.
put that on.
Wonderful. Okay, Jeff Pulley. Whoop. Definitely sending down a takeout. That has got some speed to it.
Oh, look at that. Got one of them. That was a tough
Very
shot.
nice. Very nicely done. A little bit of finesse there, even at that speed. Again, not a shot you'll see on a Saturday morning.
No, not successfully.
All right, Jaspreet Kaur is pushing out of the hack.
So it's getting a little quieter in here. This is the only active sheet remaining.
Yeah, it's quieter on the ice shed, but now they're all in the warm room.
There, you'll hear them in our background.
Yes. We are in the 7th end here on sheet B. And skip Caitlin Pulley is now sliding on down to, she is up next. Three guards on the left side. Two in the house, one red, one yellow, outer 12-foot.
Yellow's the one behind all that protection.
Mm-hmm.
Redstone coming out now for Pulley.
Active sweeping again from both Rebecca Andrew and Jason Scott. Past the hog.
Oh, look at this.
Approaching the
Throwing
house.
right down to that. That's a nicely done shot.
Up.
Chipped off it a little bit, but very good effort.
Yeah.
Yellow is still shot, however.
That is the case. Okay. Team skip, Kyle Foster now sliding on down. He's gonna get ready to throw his second to last stone.
Okay, stone is on the way here. And I think they're going to succeed in pretty much nosing this red in the back of the house. Nicely done. That's exactly what they did. So yellow now sitting 2. So as I was saying, yellow now sitting 2 with that nice pushback. Didn't quite take it out, but nosed it pretty effectively.
Okay. I'm back. Sorry, I did step away. Team Pulley skip. Caitlin Pulley about to throw her last stone. Okay. Stone has been delivered.
Yep. Yeah, gotta push, guys. Gotta push. Gotta push for a piece. Gotta go hard.
You can barely hear their skip. I'm not sure if you can hear it.
Oh, it's going to take their own.
Yeah, and it did.
So yellow sitting 2, a chance to come away with 3 with the hammer here and change this game's character from pretty wide margin to a 2-point game.
Yeah,
see
all
what
right.
happens with this shot. But it's
Yeah.
8-3 now, and yellow is sitting 3 with their hammer shot and wide open access. Anything full 8 is going to make it a narrow this from a 5 to a 2-point margin.
Oh, they're sitting 2.
That's what I said.
Okay. All right.
Anything in the full 8-foot will
We'll
make
give
it
them
a
3.
3-point
And I think
end and narrow this to a 2-point game.
David is predicting this will safely arrive. Well, let's take a look. Line looks pretty good. It's
The line's fine, and I think
but it
they've
needs
got
to
the.
slow down.
I think they've got it just right. I think they're actually going to do just enough.
Ooh, barely.
Hey, brinksmanship is fun.
Okay.
Okay, 8-6.
All right, 8 to
And,
6. Indeed.
Add some excitement to this final end coming up in the final match that remains in play with the others all decided. This one is 8-6. Team Pulley in the lead. Team Pulley also will have the hammer for this final end, so
That is true.
Team Foster is going to have to come up with a little bit of magic in the final end without the hammer to steal at least 2.
It can be done.
Absolutely.
It can absolutely be done. All right, again, since 3 sheets have finished their games, we now have many more folks in the warm room, so there's lots of background noise. Sorry about that. Background noise.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
No, come on. That makes it sound like an even more fun event.
Oh, yeah, behind us are just masses and masses and thousands of people. Doesn't it sound like that?
Right, yeah. There will be as soon as they bring the food out.
Well, looks like some has been brought out.
All right.
All right, Susan Peterson's Yellowstone coming on down the sheet.
Did you switch it?
Yes, it did.
Thank you.
And a yellow guard.
All right. Just switching our cameras around to keep track of all this.
All right. Mr. Scoot, as he's called by one youngster in his neighborhood, delivering his first redstone. Ooh, a little bit of really hard sweeping there.
Yeah, they're drawing to try and get something in the house behind the cover. Looks like they're going to be in the 12-foot.
They're going to be successful.
Yep, nice shot.
It is mostly undercover, and it is in the 12-foot.
Okay, this looks
Again, Susan Peterson.
pretty.
Well, it's out wide.
Got to curl and got to slow down. Don't know if it's going to do either of them enough to get where they want. Oh, it is
Well,
slowing.
Yeah.
I think the ice is slowing a little bit. That's going to maybe hang in the back 12.
Okay.
And it is.
Yep.
I
Well.
thought it would have gone through, but I think it's that stage of a game where the ice
It's starting to slow.
a little.
Oh, yeah. All right, Mr. Scoot.
Here we go.
So in case his wife is listening, that's a shout out for you, Mrs. Scott. All right, it's got some weight to it. I think they're trying to take out that back yellow.
I think so. Let's see where we
Indeed,
go.
indeed.
It's got it, and will it roll behind?
And
It will. Very nice.
wow. All right, that's mostly in the 8.
All right.
Team Pulley looks good so far in this end. Looks great.
Yep.
Dan Tintles. He's up. His stone is coming on down the sheet towards us. Both ladies are sweeping. How far is this going to go? You think it's?
I was going to just a little short.
I thought it was headed for the 12.
I did too.
But again, I think it's what you said earlier.
I think it's slowing. I think it's a little slower.
Slowing. Okay. Problem is, then, do you overcorrect? And of course,
Hard.
you don't want to do that either.
Adjusting on the fly, always tough. Okay, here comes another takeout.
Indeed.
All right,
Yellowstone
getting
taken
rid of the
out,
guard.
and the shooter also rolls out of play.
All right, they want to put the guard back.
Thinking. And this would be Dan Tintle's second stone. So he pushes off and now is released. All right, again, both ladies sweeping. That would be Susan Peterson and Yaspreet Kaur. Okay,
Looks like
again,
it's going to
be a guard.
be a good guard.
Yeah, it's close to the 12, so that's one of those that if you nudge it, it could become a counter. Ooh.
So they're taking the high guard out here, looks like.
Personally, I
Interesting.
disagree with this call.
What would you call?
Well, take out the other yellow stone, not the guard, because that yellow guard is guarding up both of their stones. But I'm not the skip. Oh, see? They took out one of their own counters and that yellow
I
guard.
think they're happy if they could make things likely to be a blank end here. So I
Yeah.
think they're just trying to clear out everything from the guard area that would make it difficult to get anything significant without the hammer for Team Foster.
I agree. But I would have left that in there because that yellow rock out front was nicely guarding the two reds in the house.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, here comes our next stone.
Yaspreet Kaur. Okay, Dan and Susan are attending to this stone, sweeping.
Looks like
Maybe they're going to nudge.
I think this is more than draw weight, so they're either trying that promoter to get by with the draw. Oh my goodness, they put two in the house, which if they're trying to have an opportunity to steal a couple of points near the end, that could be helpful.
Well, true. And the yellow one that's in the 12, fully in the 12, kind of is under cover of
A little bit, yes. Yeah.
of the red guard that got left out there. Okay, here comes Jeffrey Pulley. I believe they're targeting that one yellow that's biting the 12. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Ooh, but will it? Yes, it will. Good line. Yellow goes out of play. And now it has frozen upon the one Yellowstone that remains in the house.
And at the moment, red is still shot with their nearly full 8-foot back of the house stone.
Indeed. All right. Yes, Reed is setting up. All right, and she is pushed off and has released. All right, approaching the far hog line. Slowing down a little bit. All right, it's back.
They're trying to curl behind that, draw behind
Ooh, it's gonna
Let's see.
make a nice threesome. Wow.
You know, I think yellow is now sitting with the 2 and 3 stones. Not by much, but makes for some interesting philosophy. Clearly, they're going to try and
Knock it
get
all.
this out of there, and
yep.
probably the billiard shot take all of it.
Yeah, because I did see Caitlin Pulley make the motion for takeout. Get rid of something. All right. So here we are. Let's see what happens with this group. Blows it apart. Both reds go out of play. The one yellow goes out of play.
And red remains shot, but with just 1 red, 1 yellow in the house. And a high red guard remains in play. Everything else is out.
Yep. So I think it comes down to the 2 skips and their stones.
Yep.
For this 8th
For
hand.
sure. For sure.
All right. Team Foster.
But it will come down to the final stones. I mean, we're not at a point where things can't turn around to steal a couple here, although I think the odds are getting tougher here as we near the end of this end.
Indeed. All right, Kyle Foster down in the hack. All right, he has pushed off and has released his stone. Oh, it's curling a little. Not quite sure where it's going to end up.
They're trying to nose that red in the back.
Now that makes it good. Okay, and
That
they
was a
did,
good shot.
but it is still in play.
Right, but yellow's sitting 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the scoreboard blocks that part of your view, but you do see.
Right. You can see it.
You do see the 2.
You
Oh,
can see
there
it.
you,
See it there.
there you go. All righty. All right. Caitlin Pulley, skip for Team Pulley out of Rochester. All right, she has pushed off, has released. It's got some good weight. Oh, here we go. It looks like it's gathered some speed.
Yeah, got that.
And taking out the first yellow stone.
Yep.
And indeed, Team Foster is now conceding.
Yep.
Score is frozen at 9-6. Oh, you still have 8.
I need to change glasses to see that scoreboard.
Hope you can. All right, yeah, they did end up with 9. So that's why they conceded, because Team Foster would have needed 3 just to tie and 4 to win. All right. Well, Sheet B was the closest game.
A barn burner of sorts.
Of sorts, indeed. So the first draw has ended. And David, tell us.
So in Sheet A, Team Shaw beat Team Jackson 10-4. The game you just watched, Team Pulley 9, Team Foster 6 on Sheet B. On Sheet C, Team Clausen was the victor, 11-1 over Team Dubin. And on Sheet D, Team Anderson was the victor, 10-3 over Team Glessner. And that wraps up our curling for this first draw of the GNCC mixed playdown. And we will be closing down this stream for a short time until the next draw begins, but we will be webcasting all of the draws. So click on us again for another round in a little bit.
Okay, and perhaps the listeners and watchers will be lucky and have much more entertaining, much more entertaining commentators.
Oh, come on now.
All right.
No
so
false modesty. You got it all right, I'm sure.
We got the scores right.
Yes, we did.
Okay, we
All
got
right.
the scores right.
So signing off now, and we are all done. Thanks for watching and listening.